Hey people. So I am back again today, getting some stuff done out in these streets. Before I run into Trader Joe's, I want to talk about meaning. Just because you tried something and you failed more than one time, that doesn't necessarily mean that that thing is not for you or that you're not supposed to do it. But if you think that that's what it means, that's the way you're gonna live. That's the way you're gonna operate. And it's not always negative things or failures, quote, quote. Sometimes it could be, well, this is what my family has done for generations, so that means that's what I'm supposed to do. Or I've been praying this particular prayer and God hasn't answered it yet, so I guess that means he's not gonna answer it, and that's not what's best for me. Sometimes that is the case, and sometimes it's not. So that's why I challenge us to really seek God, like really get a relationship with God. Really pursue understanding God and his ways and how he operates, and be willing to surrender some of those hard set thoughts that you have about what certain things mean that have happened in your life. Sometimes we even draw meaning for our lives from things that have happened to other people. You may say, well, you know, everyone in my family got married by age 21, so that means if I'm not married yet and I'm past 21, then I'm not supposed to be married. Or you might say, well, the women in my family, they're all business women, they are all mompreneurs, so that means I'm supposed to be there too. Sometimes that's not the case. We draw inspiration, encouragement, and we can draw strength from other people's stories, but that doesn't necessarily mean, it doesn't usually mean that our story is going to go the exact same way. And when we have certain hard set thoughts in our minds about what things mean, it can really stifle us. We can really be our own worst enemy when we have assigned false meaning to things that have happened in our lives. So I encourage you today to just take a pause at some point and think about the direction your life has taken. Think about some of the things that have happened in the past, some of the things that you hope for. Think about some of the things that you have given up on, that you no longer hope for, and let's look at why. And if we find that it's because we have assigned a particular meaning based upon our very finite thoughts or based upon someone else's story, I challenge you to take that place, that situation, take it to God. And ask God, you know, Lord, show me the direction that you want me to go in. God, help me to see my life the way you see my life. Help me to remember that my thoughts are not your thoughts, my ways are not your ways. Help me to remember that your thoughts are higher than mine. Help me to remember that I am who you say that I am. I'm not who my circumstances currently say that I am. I'm not who maybe my past generations, some of the things that happened to them, that doesn't define me. I'm defined by the fact that I was created by the infinite God who sent his son, who loved me in such a way that he would send his son to die for me, so that I would have a right and an opportunity to live the unique life that God designed for me. I challenge you to do that. That's a challenge for me. That's something that has helped me to grow past some really hard places over the past couple of years. And it's a place that I still have to continually take to God in certain areas. When I start to feel hopeless when it comes to certain areas of my life that I had such hope for before, where there seemed to be so much promise, I am challenged oftentimes to go to God and surrender my thoughts to him. There's just so many ways I could go on and on and on and on and on, that we misassign the meaning of things that happen in our lives. We even misassign the meaning of things that other people do. If you're someone who's had a past of rejection, sometimes it doesn't matter what a person does to show you that they receive you and that they love you and that they care for you. You may interpret certain things that they do as rejection because you've experienced a lot of rejection. Yeah, and vice versa. Think about that friend that you have that thinks that every single dude that she walks past is in love with her. Think about her. Think about that particular friend. You know, no shade to her. You know, I'm sure she's gorgeous, and I'm sure she's intelligent, and I'm sure, you know, a lot of people are attracted to her. But just think about how sometimes you're like, girl, you think every dude that walks past is checking for you. And that's not always the case. Well, that person may have experienced having a lot of attention from men, and even misinterpreting people's intentions towards her. I don't know, you know, I can't judge, and some people really have great discernment like that. Others of us, sometimes, like, you'd have to basically slap us in the face for us to know, like, oh wait, you're interested, all right, I got you. I didn't know, I didn't even know, I didn't pick that up. So, but anyway, yeah, sometimes our past experiences become the barometer for how we assign meaning of things that happen in our lives. And oftentimes our past experiences can be like the biggest liar that's speaking to us against, you know, what God says. But nevertheless, just want to encourage you to know that God is a restorer, he's a repairer, and nothing that's happening or has happened or will happen in your life is wasted. If you are someone who has submitted your life to God and you're living for his glory, then things are working together for your good according to the purpose that God has for your life. And two things that we know for sure that we are purposed to do: one is to bring God glory, and one is to enjoy him. And we enjoy him in some ways in this life through seeing the life that we live in its proper perspective and enjoying and appreciating him, and in many ways through the things that we experience, through the people that are in our lives that love us, through the sunshine, through, you know, a glass of lemonade, whatever. Everything that happens to you that is good according to God's standard, God did it. So when you enjoy those things and you're appreciative of those things, you're enjoying God. When you continue to walk through a hard place because you believe that's what God will have you to do, and because you want to honor him with your life, even in that pain, you're enjoying God. So I encourage you in your pursuit to bring glory to God and enjoy him, to ask him to show you the meanings of things that have happened in your life. Ask him to help you have a clear view and a clear perspective of those things, so that you can walk in that direction. All right, we're back up. So what I want to say is, I'm sure, like me, many of you have had times where you felt like, well, this didn't work out, and that didn't work out, and this is taking too long, and so maybe I was wrong. Let me just sit this to the side and keep on moving. Only for you to seek God and for him to show you in some way, prompt you in some way to keep on trucking in the direction that you're headed in. Or maybe he's just maybe God has used people and circumstances, sometimes your desires, sometimes open doors, sometimes closed doors. Maybe he's used those things to encourage you and show you that he is with you and that you should keep going. So